Everyone, please stand if you are able to welcome the platform party. This processional is led by Dr. Christopher Higgins, Faculty Senate Distinguished Lecturer, and Dr. Brandon Dugan, Faculty Senate President. Dr. Higgins is carrying the University Mace, a symbol of knowledge authority dating back to the 13th century. The Colorado School of Mines Mace is made of rosewood, brass, bronze, and silver. It weighs 16 pounds and is topped by Blaster, our beloved school mascot. Dr. Dugan is carrying a replica of the 16th century book, The De Re Metallica, widely considered to be the foundational book on mining and metallurgy. This book represents the body of knowledge shared by Mines faculty and students. And its opening and closing on the stage today indicate the beginning and end of our ceremony. Today's platform party includes distinguished speaker and trustee, Mrs. Denise Burgess, Chairman of the Board of Trustees and Alumnus, Mr. Jesus Salazar, Trustee and Alumnus, Mr. Michael Coors, Faculty Trustee, Dr. Dinesh Mehta, Student Trustee, Mr. Kenny Hora, President and Professor, Dr. Paul C. Johnson, Provost and Professor, Dr. Rick Holtz, Alumna and President of the Mines Alumni Board, Mrs. Melanie Westergaard, Air Force ROTC Detachment 105 Commander, Colonel Rebecca Lang, as well as academic department heads, deans, and vice presidents. Continuing today's processional, our Mines faculty, followed by our bachelor's degree candidates.
swords we washed were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
The singers will now perform the Mines Alma Mater to the tune of Oralee. The Alma Mater opens Convocation and begins Commencement, marking the transition from Mines student to Mines alumni. You can find the Alma Mater's lyrics on the inside cover of today's program.
Raise your voices, engineers, your devotion sing. To the greatest school of minds, let the chorus ring. Hail to thee, CSM, to our hearts most dear. Every miner lauds thy name, and every engineer. Honor, glory to thy name, these we pledge anew. While we live to sing thy fame, Alma Mater true. Hail to thee, school of mines, silver and the blue. Every miner sings thy praise, O Alma Mater true.
Please be seated. And now welcome the 17th president of the Colorado School of Mines, Dr. Paul C. Johnson, affectionately known as PCJ.
Hey, how about another round of applause for our a cappella singers, please? Yeah, awesome. All right, good morning, everyone. On behalf of Colorado School of Mines, welcome to this celebration in honor of the amazing hell of a engineers seated in front of us. Today, we will confer Bachelor of Science degrees to 290 graduates, and we're looking forward to congratulating them as they cross the stage later in this ceremony. That walk across the stage will be a special moment for our graduates, their families and friends, and all of us at Mines. It is the last leg of a journey that began for many on the intramural fields just outside of this building. There, as newly arrived students, they gathered early one August morning with their 10-pound rocks that by tradition they bring from home. Although some of those rocks weren't quite 10 pounds, and a few looked a lot like our campus landscape rocks. From the IM fields, some of today's graduates followed the traditional M climb route uphill to our beloved M on Mount Zion, passing through an enthusiastic barrage of water-wielding and fight song singing upper-class students. Others, more specifically those that arrived in the fall of 2020 during the pandemic, followed an improvised route around campus that was of similar length. Their M climb ended on the hill on the west side of the intramural fields, and there, those graduates constructed an M on campus with their rocks and paint. The M climb in either form was these graduates' welcome to the Mines community and the first of many challenges that they overcame on their path to this ceremony today. With those moments in mind, we'd like to start this commencement with a moment of reflection offered up by soon-to-be graduate Reneem Al-Absi. She's graduating today with a bachelor's degree in quantitative biosciences and engineering, complemented by a minor in biomedical engineering. And Reneem, why don't you come stand up here while I get to talk about you for a minute. Reneem's experiences and pursuits at Mines reflect many of the opportunities that we encourage all students to explore here. For example, Reneem conducted research in chemistry with Professor Michael McGurk at Mines and in computational biology with Dr. Yang from Vanderbilt University. She was a leader on campus, serving as the undergraduate student government senior class representative and secretary-treasurer for the Quantitative Biosciences Engineering Board. She participated in professional society organizations like the Society of Women Engineers, and she was a member of the Alpha Phi sorority, where she helped raise over $10,000 for women's heart health at their Red Dress Gala. Reneem has grown a lot from the shy and timid first semester student that turned down an offer of free food from a tall, pretty goofy-looking stranger wearing jeans at one of the on-campus coffee shops. I'll let you guess who Reneem later discovered that tall stranger to be, but she's a great representative of this graduating class. Her multifaceted experiences reflect her interests in education, discovery, innovation, leadership, and helping others. I've been told that her future plans might involve graduate school and the pursuit of a PhD. If what she's done at Mines is any indicator, she has a bright future ahead of her. Please join me in welcoming Reneem to the podium.
Members of the faculty and administration, fellow students, family, and friends, it is my honor and privilege to offer an invocation for our commencement. Today, we give thanks for this fine institution, the Colorado School of Mines, and hope that it may be a lively center for sound learning, new discovery, and the pursuit of wisdom. We hope that those who teach and those who learn may find joy in all their endeavors. As we celebrate the completion of our studies today, we hope to build on the knowledge we gained and the experiences we had to affect positive change. Whether we go on to complete further studies, to the workforce, or if the broader world beckons, may we all live fulfilled lives that supports others and contribute to society. We thank our dear friends and family who shared in and supported our educational journey for always believing in us. We are thankful for the freedoms we enjoy to pursue learning, life, and love. May we raise our eyes from the mundane and predictable to catch a glimpse of the glorious possibilities of adventure and discovery. May we proceed into the world with humble, thankful hearts and a reverence for those that changed the world before us, upon whose legacy we will continue to build. As we prepare to celebrate our academic achievements, we are aware that not all the friends and family who are a part of our journey are with us today. For all those we have lost, please join me in observing a moment of silent reflection in their honor. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2024, for the achievements we are celebrating today.
Hang on for a minute. Don't run away too quick. I think you've earned one of these. You did a great job. And the offer of free food still stands. So thank you, Reneem, for delivering our invocation, for all that you've contributed to the Mines community. We look forward to congratulating you later in the ceremony. Oh, by the way, do you have a cheering section here today? Where's the cheering section? Stand up for us. All right, there we go. As Reneem and our other graduates know, Mines is challenging. Alumni affectionately say it was tough to get into Mines, but even tougher to get out. I like to say that you can't fly solo through Mines. You have to rely on each other, and you need a supportive network of friends, coworkers, and family. Because of that, I want to give our graduates an opportunity to thank those of you here today who played critical roles in their successes. So this is kind of a participatory thing. So graduates, I need you to stand up so we can get a good look at you here for a second. You look pretty nice there this morning, yeah? What do y'all think? Yep. Okay, this is a test for you. On the count of 3, you have to rotate pi radians counterclockwise. 1, 2, 3. That's pretty good, yeah? I wasn't sure how many would remember what pi radians was at this point, and since they all have digital watches, I wasn't sure if they knew the counterclockwise part either, but they did pretty good. So, how about the parents of these amazing graduates that are facing the audience right now? Would all the parents stand up for us, please? Yeah. Parents, you gave us your students a few years ago, and now we're giving them back to you. Remembering how proud you were back then when you dropped them off, I can only imagine what you're feeling now. Some of you waited a long time of this, as your students may not have had anything resembling a normal high school graduation. By the way, if you haven't heard much from your students these past few years, or if it seems that the only thing they did was sleep when they came home, it's because we kept them pretty busy. We enjoyed our time with them. They're bright, they're curious, they're creative, they're hardworking, and a hell of a lot of fun to be around. So parents, thank you for being here. Thank you for raising such amazing people. Thank you for entrusting them to us for the past few years. And thank you for supporting them on the journey. And graduates, let's make a lot of noise for your parents. And yes, it's totally okay to use those bells that you got there. All right, so parents, you can sit down, thank you. Let's see, what's the next segment? Oh, let's see, all right. Students, we're gonna go clockwise 180 degrees on 3. Let you think. 1, 2, 3. It was about like a 90% success rate with that one, I think. Anyway, how about having all of our faculty representatives that are here today, academic leaders, and all the Mines and Mines Foundation staff at the ceremony, please stand. So that's like everybody up on stage and around on the edges here, all right. Thank you for all that you and your colleagues do to educate, inspire, support, coach, mentor, and find financial support for our students. You are the reasons Mines is consistently ranked in the top 5% of all public universities, and why we are one of the few universities to hold the prestigious Carnegie R1 classification for research. The Wall Street Journal got it right when they named Mines faculty tops across all U.S. public universities for being balanced in their dedication to both classroom instruction and scholarly research. Thank you again for being here and for all that you did to support and prepare these graduates for their careers and for life. And graduates, let's hear it for your faculty. Yeah? All right. You all may sit down. Okay, except for the students, you can't, sorry. You have to do another 180-degree rotation, but I'll let you choose which direction you want to go, and we'll see how that one works out. All right, 1, 2, 3. Pretty sort of somewhat random distribution there. All right, okay. How about all of the friends, siblings, spouses, significant others, and other relatives? Please stand up for us. Yeah. We affectionately refer to you as the distractions. Your role was to keep our graduates from getting too hyper-focused on their studies, and some of you did that really, really, really well. So whether you had a positive or negative impact on their GPAs and time to completion, we need to thank you for helping our Orediggers find balance on their journey to this graduation ceremony. Thank you for being here today and for all that you did to support and distract our graduates. And graduates, let's hear it up for your distractors. Yep. Okay, let's see. We're gonna do one more 180 in the clockwise direction. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you're getting better each time. That's pretty good, I like that. All right, they might be dizzy too, that's right, yes. So anyway, finally I would like to recognize the members of the Board of Trustees who are here today. So why don't you all stand up, the front rowers up here. These include governor-appointed trustees, Chairman Jesus Salazar, Denise Burgess, and Michael Coors, and elected faculty trustee Dinesh Mehta, and student trustee Kenny Ora. Our governor-appointed trustees are scientists, engineers, CEOs, business leaders, and entrepreneurs. All of our trustees are extremely generous with their time, and they're dedicated to ensuring that Mines remains one of the premier universities in the world. And today, later in the ceremony, if they are so inclined, they will approve your degrees. So let's enthusiastically thank them for being here and all that they've done to support you as well. Okay, everybody can sit now. They're doing pretty good for 9 in the morning. A lot of them don't wake up by this time, so it's, yeah. All right. Well, speaking of Mines degrees, this is probably a good time to provide some context for our guests on the significance of the degrees we are conferring today and the uniqueness of our university. For 150 years, Mines has focused on producing the top scientists and engineers, industry leaders, and entrepreneurs, and the knowledge and innovations that industry and society need. A Mines education is rigorous and challenging, and a Mines degree instantly commands respect. It communicates a strong work ethic and perseverance, and indicates that you are resilient, a great team player, and that you're ready for anything. Graduates, out of curiosity, I asked one of your favorite resources, ChatGPT, 3 questions. How would you describe graduates of Colorado School of Mines? Can you tell me something that has surprised you about our graduates? And just for calibration purposes, I asked ChatGPT the most common question you have asked me. What does the C stand for in PCJ? With respect to the first question, this is what ChatGPT says about you. Graduates of Colorado School of Mines are often seen as highly driven, resourceful, collaborative, and incredibly well prepared to tackle the most complex challenges in engineering, science, and technology. They possess a unique blend of intellectual rigor and hands-on problem-solving skills, honed through a curriculum that balances theory with practical application. They're the type of people who can break down complex problems and build innovative solutions, all while having an impressive understanding of the physical world around them. They are the future leaders in fields like energy, sustainability, engineering, and technology. And we've seen evidence of those characteristics and engineering skills in your time at Mines. Maybe not always in the cardboard boats that you build to ride down Clear Creek during E-Days, but it was definitely evident in your senior capstone and field session projects and the successes of your design competition teams. For example, you built an early stage prototype of a shoreline sampling vehicle capable of operating on Saturn's largest moon, and a lunar rover to help astronauts on the moon. You invented novel devices to detect and monitor electromagnetic radiation exposures and radio frequency interference, and you developed treatment processes for harmful chemicals, sediment from wildfires, and organic waste. You designed new gearboxes and identified the best ingredients for sustainable building materials, and you built a cold plunge bath and a pinball machine. You created metal artwork for the lobby in our new Labriola Innovation Hub building, inspired by the mountains to our west, and you also developed the concept for a tram to take people to the top of those mountains. In addition to your engineering prowess, we observed that you care a lot about others in the world. You helped communities locally and in other countries through various student organizations. You raised funds for those efforts and other valuable causes like heart health and literacy, very creatively, like riding stationary bikes outside on the plaza for 24 hours a day for a week in all kinds of weather. You even inspired others to pursue STEM degrees through your K-12 outreach activities. You were peer mentors, resident advisors, and campus leaders. You welcomed the students who followed you to Mines and mentored them at Ordigger Camp. You enriched our campus through your art, music, creative writing, and acting. You also showed the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference and the rest of the nation that teams comprised entirely of engineers and scientists can win at the highest level of athletic competition, and do it with class on the field, court, mat, track, and bike trails. You are a very special and historic group. You are, after all, our 150th anniversary year or sesquicentennial graduating class, and give yourselves a round of applause for that. Yeah. Because of that, you can claim always in perpetuity that you were the first to launch a couple of new traditions at Mines. You are the first to ever ring the sesquicentennial bell in front of Guggenheim Hall, which for our audience is limited to graduating students in the 2 days leading up to commencement. All right. And now, even the May group didn't get to do that, so you can even claim things that the May group didn't get to do. So you got some special stuff just for the last ceremony of the year there too. And where's Matthew Simonson? Where's Matthew? Apparently Matthew was the first to ring the bell yesterday. So you'll go down in history for that. Just people were watching. We had a camera out there and they spotted you and we did facial recognition and figured all that out. So, and those of you who rang it twice, we know that too. We've noted that down. Anyway, you were also the class that brought back one of the lost traditions that meant so much to past graduates. And you look pretty good in those hats too, by the way. It was a good thing that you didn't bring back some of the other traditions, like the one that says seniors would not tolerate facial adornments, neckties, or silk socks on any underclass student. Or not the one about setting off dynamite and locking up the faculty in Guggenheim during E-days. Not so good for that one either. And of course, the tradition that you did bring back was the tradition of the senior hat. You are the first ones to ever brand a senior hat, so you get that to claim it as well. So this gets back to the second question that I asked ChatGPT, and it was, can you tell me something that surprised you about our graduates? And its response was, I'm surprised how the wearing of a senior hat alters the persona of a Colorado School of Mines student. Not knowing what that meant, I told ChatGPT that I didn't understand and asked it to explain. It thought for a minute, and then it replied simply with 2 words, hat swagger and that video. So, class of 2024, our sesquicentennial class, the hat swaggers, please stand for this last bit. You were challenged the moment you stepped foot on the Mines campus and you banded together, helped each other, and got the job done. Those distinguishing characteristics of Mines graduates, the strong work ethic, perseverance, resilience, and teamwork, will serve you well in life and your careers. You are ready, and today the world needs bright and creative scientists and engineers and technically trained leaders more than ever. I want you to know that the Mines faculty, staff, leadership, alumni, and trustees recognize your significant accomplishment and are proud to call you graduates of Colorado School of Mines. I hope that you always carry and share that pride with you wherever you go in life and your career. And as you make your mark in the world, I hope that you find some way to help others pursue their dreams, just as others have helped you. It's been a pleasure to be with you. You are all hell of a engineers and hell of a scientists. You are also ore diggers for life. Please stay engaged and be hell of a Mines alumni. Class of 2024, I look forward to seeing your hat swagger and to shaking your hands as you cross the stage later in the ceremony. And by the way, ChatGPT said the C in PCJ stands for Charles. Congratulations, go ore diggers, and you may be seated. Now please welcome Vice President of Student Life, Dr. Braylon Pantel, who's going to introduce our student speaker.
All right, thank you, President Johnson. I'm so honored to introduce our student speaker this morning, Jordy Weber from Colorado Springs. Come on over, Jordy. All right, well, let me tell everyone a little bit about you. Jordy is graduating today with honors and a degree in electrical engineering with a minor in computer science and computational applied mathematics. Jordy has a proven track record of excellence in academics, leadership, and professional development. Through internships with Baker Hughes, Nevada Gold Mines, and Barnett Engineering Signals Laboratory, Jordy has gained valuable hands-on experience in engineering solutions and innovative technologies. On campus, Jordy's leadership skills have shone brightly. Serving as the drum major for the Mines Marching Band, pretty cool, secretary for the Xi chapter of the Kappa Kappa Psi National Band Fraternity. As a resident advisor for both Maple and Morgan Halls, Jordy played a vital role in fostering a supportive and inclusive community within the visual and performing arts themed learning program. Thank you for that work, Jordy. As a member of the Vanguard Scholars 2020 cohort, Jordy's commitment to academic excellence has culminated in acceptance into the Mines Electrical Engineering Master's Program. Please join me in welcoming Jordy to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Pantel, for that introduction. Good morning, esteemed faculty, family, friends, and my fellow graduates. I want to begin today by sharing a story with you. At the start of the 400-meter semifinal sprint at the 1992 Summer Olympics, British track runner Derek Redmond appeared poised for success. His qualification time was the fastest of the heat, and after recovering from surgery on his Achilles tendon just 4 months earlier, he was ready to show his skills and run for his country. But just 15 seconds into the race, Derek started limping and fell to the ground. He tore his right hamstring. After a moment of defeat on the ground, he stood up and began slowly making his way to the finish line. He denied help from security and medics. No matter what, he was going to finish this race. Suddenly, a man rushed to his side, put Derek's arms around his shoulders, and helped him to the finish line. This man was Derek's father, Jim Redmond. Derek later recounted, "He tried to talk me out of it at first, but I told him I was going to finish. Then he said that we would do it together." As the crowd roared in support, Derek and his father crossed the finish line together to complete the race. This powerful story resonated with me throughout my time at Mines. I, along with many of the graduates today here, I'm sure, experienced times of defeat, discouragement, lack of motivation, or any other amount of emotions telling us that we couldn't do it. We may have tried to limp along by ourselves, determined to finish if it was the last thing we did. So we walked alone until we felt someone at our side, a friend, a teacher's assistant, a professor, an advisor, a family member, a teammate, someone who took us by the shoulders and helped us to cross that finish line. Graduates, today we cross another one of those finish lines. It may have been one of the most challenging things we have done, but we didn't do it alone. Today, as we stand together at this milestone, we celebrate not just our individual achievements, but the collective support that has brought us to this moment. We truly climbed together to make it here today. Climbing together is something that is so special about Mines, and I saw it nearly every day in every context around campus. After literally climbing Mount Zion at the beginning of our time here, we climbed together by creating course-wide group chats to ask each other questions and help our fellow classmates. We climbed together by acting as coding ducks, letting our friends explain their computer science projects to us even though we had no idea what they were talking about. We climbed together by grouping together in office hours with professors and TAs trying to figure out that one last mastering problem to finish our homework. We climbed together by walking around the field house track 10 times every week to get our physical activity credit. We climbed together by participating in E-Days committees, student government, fraternity and sorority life, intramural sports, visual and performing arts, multicultural programs, professional societies, residence life, and so much more so that we could form a sense of community on campus that helped us find a place to belong. As an RA, some of my favorite moments were walking into a lounge and seeing a diverse group of residents from all different majors and backgrounds working together on homework, playing games, watching movies, or simply enjoying each other's company. I remember one evening walking into a lounge where residents were in the middle of a cupcake fight. A bright blue, sticky, messy cupcake fight. In that moment, I had a decision to make. Stop the fight and reprimand my residents, or join in. After a moment of consideration, I decided to just let it happen. After all, the frosting was already covering the whole room. So I let the cupcake fight go on a little longer, and after it died down, one of them asked, unprompted, "Jordy, could you get us a vacuum from the front desk?" And my answer was absolutely. As their RA, I was so proud that they were going to clean up the mess themselves. As their peer, I was relieved that they weren't going to leave a common space in disarray. And as their friend, I was excited that this fun memory wasn't ending quite yet, because we had a lot of cleaning to do together. So we got vacuums and rags and got on our hands and knees to clean up every spot of that Minds Blue frosting from the lounge. Thankfully, all the frosting came out, and you would have never guessed what happened just hours before. This isn't the only wild and memorable story from my 4 years as an RA, but it perfectly illustrates how students at Minds support each other. We share joyful moments and tackle the messes that come with them, all while climbing together. What is more special about Minds is that this climb doesn't end here. We may be leaving this environment, but we can use this attitude of collaboration and togetherness we learned here through the rest of our lives. Graduates, I hope you keep this spirit with you. Climb with your coworkers to create amazing innovations that make the world a better place. Climb with your family to build a life that makes you happy. Climb with your friends to build a network of support for yourselves and them. Remember the moments when you helped others or will help yourselves. Use your time at Minds to launch yourselves into a future where we can all climb together in this ever-changing world as friends, peers, coworkers, or even strangers. As a song from The Sound of Music reminds us, climb every mountain, ford every stream, follow every rainbow until you find your dream. Graduates, friends, and family, never stop climbing. Keep crossing finish lines, no matter how tough the journey, and you will find your dream.
Hang on for a second. It's a good thing this thing goes up and down, isn't it? I think you've earned one of these too. So, Jordy, awesome job. Thank you. All right. That was fantastic. Why don't you have another round of applause for Jordy? I now have the privilege to introduce our keynote speaker, Trustee Denise Burgess. Denise, why don't you hop on up here? Denise is the president and CEO of Burgess Services, a Denver-based construction management firm, and is serving her second term on the Minds Board of Trustees. She began her career in broadcast management after earning a bachelor's degree in journalism from the University of Northern Colorado. After her father's passing in 2002, she took over her family's business and transitioned it into a nationwide construction management firm. This led her to complete a certificate in construction management at the University of Denver. She's dedicated to learning and giving back, serving on numerous boards, including her current involvement with Minds and as a part of the executive committee for Building a Better Colorado. She has previously chaired the Denver Urban Renewal Authority and served on the Denver Foundation's Finance Subcommittee. She was the first Black board chair of the Denver Metro Chamber of Commerce and was inducted into the Blacks in Colorado Hall of Fame in 2018. She also received the Top 25 Most Powerful Women Award from the Colorado Women's Chamber of Commerce in 2014. among numerous other honors throughout her career. And you've probably all experienced some of her projects along the way, particularly if you've ever gone through the Denver airport, where she's been involved in a lot of the work there. So anyway, please join me in welcoming Trustee Denise Burgess to the podium.
Thank you. Good morning. And isn't this a great day for everyone? Please, let's have a round of applause for the family and friends who have come together in their continued support and love as you soon-to-be graduates transition into a time of make-believe and make-it-happen era in your life. One more time. Graduating is not only a transition, but also a continuation of those dreams that you had up to this point. If you had a dream of invention and adventure, or visions as an entrepreneur, or just the security of a steady paycheck, this is one step to get you closer to that seed of an idea. My name is Denise Burgess, President and CEO of Burgess Services, a second-generation family-owned construction management firm located in Denver, Colorado for the last 50 years. I must admit that being one girl with 3 brothers, I never imagined this would be what I would be doing now. But I love what I do, and I'm proud of how my dreams manifested. My thought was that I would be far away from being a part of my family business. If your family was like mine, then it was a full contact sport. We are a team, and we have each other's back at all times, was our family motto. So my job description as a teenager was cleanup site girl, receptionist, accountant, and everything that needed to be done. I knew when I went away to college, running my family business was not my North Star. What was my North Star? I was going into communications. And I did for a while, but I found myself like a moth to a flame, checking to see how the business was going. I moved away, but would call weekly to see what was new. One day, while I was home taking time off with a newborn daughter, my dad called and asked if I would revamp their proposal and marketing materials. Well, I eventually moved home and have been there ever since, and that baby is now 31. In that time, I had the experience of a lifetime from working with my parents as an adult. It can be done, everyone, and you save so much money on therapy. One by one, my brothers expressed little to no interest in business, and I was the last one standing, which opened the door for me to be that entrepreneur with a dream, with the flexibility of invention and adventure. I realized that was my North Star. I don't know if that is manifestation, science, or just a continuation of my journey. As you begin that new career, job, or just planning to do a leap of faith, I can only encourage you to take that leap of faith. Make sure that seed that was just an inkling becomes your belief, because that is why it is there in the first place. There will be many twists and turns, similar to what you experienced the first week of finals as a freshman. The bonds you have created here have added that layer of support that you can access. Those relationships, failures, and triumphs have set up a success story equal to your ambition and passion. I know this generation has a priority of work-life balance. I wish you well, because that balance will be in transition, just like you are. 80-20, 50-10-40. If you become a parent, you'll understand that ratio. Just make it a point to take a breath and recognize when you need to recalculate and take action. In this one place, Colorado School of Mines, at this one time, you are at a culmination of your life experience to date. That doesn't happen too often in adulthood. When it does, take a minute and appreciate it like today. The ones you depend on, remember, they may have to depend on you in the future. The ones who have challenged you and the ones you challenged. Also, the ones who believed in you when you had not one more way to tap into that belief of yourself. The time will pass, and that's okay. That is time's duty. As you go through, enjoy the moments. I have been featured in magazines. CNBC interviewed me as an expert, and I've been invited to the White House 3 times. Broken glass ceilings and dented some concrete ones. What I have not done, learned all life lessons. I am still a work in progress, and I hope that for you too. As your journey continues, take those moments of simplicity, progress, and grandeur. Value them all with a pause to intake the moment, and be ready to step off that cliff. Enjoy that roller coaster ride. Value that quiet with a sunset. It's all a journey that will end right where you need it to be and the time that you need to be there. I will end with the truths I have discovered over time. No is a complete sentence. Your parents will become smarter every year, and your grandparents will become prophets. Take up space when you enter a room. That is especially meant for my female colleagues. You know what you know. Listen for what you don't know. Pay it forward with intent and kindness. Failure is just that, failure. It gives direction. I hope you take with you that Digger pride and continued legacy. The trustees and I wish you all the best and a lifetime of North Star dreams and success. Thank you.
Denise, I think you've earned one of these too. That was a great message. How about another round of applause? All right, at this point, I would like to invite back to the podium Dr. Braylon Pantel. Braylon?
Thank you, President Johnson, and thank you so much, Denise, for your keynote address. Joining us now is Colonel Rebecca Lang of the United States Air Force. Come on over, Colonel Lang. Colonel Lang is the commander of Air Force ROTC Detachment 105 and chair of Aerospace Studies at the University of Colorado Boulder. As commander, Colonel Lang is responsible for developing Air Force ROTC cadets to become Air and Space Force leaders and citizens of character dedicated to serving our nation. She commands, directs, manages, and administers a college-level training and commissioning program with 280 cadets, 5 officers, and 3 non-commissioned officers. As chair of the Department of Aerospace Studies, she collaborates and coordinates with university leadership and faculty to ensure program and student growth and success. Please welcome Colonel Rebecca Lang.
Dr. Pantel, thank you. Dr. Johnson, thank you. Wonderful to see you again. Well, good morning, everybody. It is an honor and a privilege for me to be here today to recognize today's ROTC graduates and share in this truly wonderful occasion. The Colorado School of Mines has graduated over 2,500 commissioned officers since the inception of the ROTC program in the early 1900s. And in fact, the Colorado School of Mines is one of the most long-standing presence of ROTC units in the entire country. Today, we express our gratitude to these exceptionally professional students as they have chosen a path to serve our nation as officers in the United States military. Today, 6 Colorado School of Mines baccalaureate recipients will take their oath, the next step to becoming second lieutenants. They will be commissioned into the United States Air Force, the United States Space Force, or the United States Army. I wish to extend our sincere appreciation to the cadets' parents and families for the support and encouragement that you have provided while your student studied here at the Colorado School of Mines. We sincerely thank the faculty and the staff of Colorado School of Mines for the mentorship and the guidance you provided these students as they pursued a commission while earning their degrees. Here we go. Cadet Trinity Bahati, Mechanical Engineering, will enter the United States Space Force as a Space Force officer and stationed at Peterson Space Force Base here in Colorado. Congratulations, Trinity. Cadet Kyle Conlon, Mechanical Engineering. There you go. Will enter the United States Air Force as a Special Operations Officer and relocate to San Antonio, Texas for his training. Cadet Riley Pritchard, Mechanical Engineering, will enter the United States Air Force as an engineering officer. Cadet Peacock, Civil Engineering, will enter the United States Army as an active duty transportation officer. Cadet Brady Idle as BS Mechanical Engineering as well as an MS in additive manufacturing will receive an Air Force pilot slot and will report to Columbus Air Force Base for pilot training in Mississippi for training. Cadet Ryan Sims, BS and MS in Electrical Engineering, will be entering the Air Force as a civil engineer, and his first assignment will be at Travis Air Force Base in California. Congratulations, soon-to-be lieutenants, and best wishes to each of you. Thank you so much. All right, back to you. Thank you, sir. Yeah, absolutely, it's my pleasure.
Yes. Colonel Lang, thank you for being here. I think you get one of these too. I suspect you might have some Ralphie stuff at home, or maybe, I don't know.
It needs this.
Ralphie needs a blaster there too. Yes, absolutely. So thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
Yes. And how about our soon-to-be commissioned lieutenants? Why don't you all stand up for us so we can see you? Yeah. Okay, we're almost at that point where the students are going to begin crossing the stage, but before we do that, I'd like to invite Mines alumni and chair of the Mines Alumni Board, Melanie Westergaard, to extend a greeting from the Mines alumni community. Please welcome Melanie to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Johnson, and graduates. I am here today to welcome you and extend a greeting from the Mines alumni community. Today, you leave Mines as the beneficiaries of a world-class education, one that has prepared you well for what comes next. You will have graduated from one of the most prestigious engineering and science universities in the world, and we, the alumni, hope you take great pride and great joy in this accomplishment. Yesterday, you were members of a highly select group, students of the Colorado School of Mines. Today, you become members of a very loyal and proud group, alumni of the Colorado School of Mines. Wherever you go in your lives and careers, you will find other Mines alumni around the globe, and we hope that you connect with them through local alumni groups. We encourage you to find meaningful ways to stay connected to Mines and to share your knowledge and experiences with the next generations of ore diggers. We also hope to see you back on campus for homecoming and other alumni events. Once again, congratulations on your great accomplishment today, and welcome to the Colorado School of Mines alumni community. Go ore diggers.
Thank you, Melanie. By the way, you look pretty good in that hat too. Nice job there. All right, which makes me think of something, so I'm going to call an audible here for a second and ask, would our chair of Board of Trustees come up here for a second? Jesus, would you join me at the podium? You don't have to groan, it's okay. Speaking of alumni and speaking of hats, this is Chair Salazar's last graduation ceremonies day with us on the Board of Trustees. You time out after 8 years or 2 terms, and he has served this board amazingly. For those who don't know him, he's a double 2-time recipient of Mines degrees, both computer science. Where's our computer science bunch? Have they woken up yet? There they are, yeah. And also a graduate degree, one of the first graduating groups from our engineering technology management program. He's also a student athlete here at Mines, but he's been very engaged, been so much, very helpful, a lot of great leadership on the board. And so we wanted to present something to you here during the ceremony and give everybody a chance just to thank you for that. And the students, Blue Key had a suggestion, and they made something for you, and it's going to be delivered now to the stage.
I was wondering if I was ever going to get my hands on one of these.
Yeah. So Blue Key personally branded it for you yesterday, and they also recovered a rock from the M for you. So thank you. All right, okay, now we are at the point where the people are going to cross the stage. So, they're going to line up in a second. You're going to get to see them on the big screen. Parents, are you getting ready to, anybody ready to be choked up and cry and tears come down their cheeks when their little kids cross the stage? Yeah. Okay. You're all responsible for making noise at this point in time. You can clap, you can stomp. If you brought any contraband noisemakers that you snuck in today, you can use those. There's always 1 or 2 in there. If you're in the stands, you can stomp. You want to practice stomping? Yeah, all right. You got that down, students. You can use those cowbells and, yeah, want to practice your cowbells? Yeah. I think they just woke up. Just about time, which is good because they're going to be the stars here in a couple seconds. So before we do that, I'd like to acknowledge a few groups who are graduating. And so this will give us a chance to just sort of warm up our clapping and noise making and everything. So first, I'd like to acknowledge students who are graduating today with honors and distinction. So if you're graduating with academic honors cum laude, please stand so we can make some noise for you. Yeah. If you're graduating with honors magna cum laude, would you please stand? And if you have earned the title of the Brainiac category, summa cum laude, would you please stand too? Yeah. Second, I'd like to recognize those who've been selected for department or university level awards. Their names appear in the program. All of you know who you are, so would you stand up for a second, please, too? Yep. I'd also like to give us a chance to recognize any of you who are wearing cords or stoles or anything that designates participation in scholar, service, and other community Mines, like Harvey Scholars, Vanguard Scholars, Blue Key Honor Society, Marching Band. Jordy had like more things on her than anybody had ever seen in a ceremony before. So if anybody who's graduating with distinction like this, please stand so we can clap for you too. Yep. I'd now like to recognize a group that's special to many of us. Will those of you who are the first ever in your family's history to graduate from college, please stand and be recognized. I'd also like to recognize our student athletes. So if you've participated on one of our Division II varsity teams or even club sports teams, please stand up for a second. Yep. And why don't you stay standing? I'm going to read some nice things about you. Many of you don't know that Mines is the #1 school in the nation for producing Division II Academic All-America Award recipients. This is a recognition that only goes to student athletes who perform nationally at the highest level in both their sport and in the classroom. So that's a pretty cool thing. Let's clap for that. We really like that. And people are often surprised by the success of our teams, which are comprised entirely of engineers and scientists. For example, this fall, our women's soccer team swept the conference title and were regional NCAA champs, making to the Elite 8 level in the national NCAA tournament. And we've got their trophy hanging over here on stage. Yep. Our women's rugby team were also regional champs and made it to the national title match, losing a very close one in a hard-fought battle this past weekend in Houston. And we've got their trophy up here on stage. And on a very rainy and muddy day in Sacramento a couple of weeks ago, our men's cross-country team upset last year's national champion to claim Mines' 4th national championship. And that's that trophy right here on stage. And just this last weekend, Mines student athletes broke both the men's and women's indoor 3,000-meter national records. Pretty cool. The group that is standing now includes 12 Division II varsity student athletes, and all 12 have been Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference champions. They might have their big honking rings on that come with doing that. 9 have made NCAA tournament appearances on a team or as an individual. One of our graduates has been on 2 national championship cross-country teams, and we also have student athletes who've been recognized nationally with the All-America and Academic All-American status. And within this broader group, we also have our Presidential Scholar Athlete Award recipient, Reese McDermott, who's a 2-time RMAC Women's Soccer Player of the Year and Academic All-America awardee, and Trinity Buhati, our Dan Fox Outstanding Service Award recipient, who is a member of the Women's Club Rugby team and soon-to-be commissioned officer in the United States Space Force. These are all true student athletes, and that's why they're so easy to cheer for. We love it when the nerds win. Let's give this group another round of applause. Okay, it feels like we're warmed up now. I think so. So joining me in congratulating the students as they cross the stage is going to be Provost Rick Holtz. Rick, why don't you stand up? He keeps track of which degree programs are most enthusiastically supportive of their fellow students, which might be a little hard time for engineering physics because I think that's one. But you can figure out with the rest of them. Let's see, who else we're going to, so Dean John Berger, Associate Dean Deb Carney, our department heads, and any faculty who want to join in greeting the students, feel free to line up this way down the stage. Trustees are invited to join us as well. Jesus, if you'd like to shake hands, Michael, Denise, please feel to join us up here as well. The only thing is you just have to stand behind me. But we've got X's up here just like you'd expect a Mines group to have on the stage. We have students, so they'll come from that side, they'll go this side. Over there, we have volunteers, a lot of alums who are going to be handing out gifts to our graduates. Do you all want to wave from over there so we can thank you for being here, for doing that for us as well? So one last instruction to our graduates, and for some of you, this might be just as difficult as that first physics exam you ever took. Jacob, are you first in line over there? Okay. You're the one who has to pay attention because everybody's going to do exactly what you do when they cross the stage. So the weird thing is you've got to come across and somehow smile at the photographer while shaking my hand. So what I suggest you do is just reach out your hand. I'll find it for you. Focus on the photographer because your family's going to like that part a lot, okay? And you've worked pretty hard to get to this spot where they get that one picture taken. So let's make it a good one for you. Okay, everybody over there ready? Everybody out there ready? All right, I think we can do, okay, let's all get on line here. forgot to do one thing. We got to dress up the podium here. Even Blaster gets a hat. All right.
From Mining and Engineering, Bill Zish, Department Head. Jason Ross Jacoby.
Hai Peng Lu.
From Civil and Environmental Engineering, Dr. Devon Griffiths, Department Head. Bridget M. Gardner. Jane A. Horn. Grant A. Jones. Samuel Christopher Lamaritata. Michael Joseph McGrath. Jackson Lane Metters. Mac Y. Peacock. Jonathan Owen Ruana. William B. Schroeder. Benjamin Carter Scott. Garrett Hisashi Darby Wong. Aaron Day Arand.
Callie A. Connor.
Shelby Lynn Deason. Kylie Michaela Hill. Anamika Ashutosh Mishra. Lauren Grace O'Sullivan. From Metallurgical and Materials Engineering, Dr. Ivor Rymanis, Department Head. Andrew Winfred LeSueur. Daniel Lazaro Newton. Gregorio G. Zavala Carne. From Electrical Engineering, Dr. Peter Owen, Department Head. Connor Leroy Barnes. Braden Stephen Edward Benish. Tyler Christian Brando. Wyatt Cook. Caden Edward Erling. Hendon Asa Fairley. Ethan Gregory Hansen. Benjamin Thomas Hart. Evan Hout. Jack Paul Martin. Adam Percy Nussbaum. Benjamin Keith Pacheco. Aiden David Paul. Robert A. Semet. Ryan Dale Sims. Steve Austin Street. Charles Avath. Jamie Sue Vendries. Jordan K. Weber. Trevor James Wolf. From Geology and Geological Engineering, Dr. Alexis Navarre Sichler, Department Head. Skylar Alonzo Bond. Jackson Beauregard Lane. From Chemical and Biological Engineering, Dr. Nanette Boyle, Department Head. Madeline C. Addis. Sarah Marie Bennett. Sophie Louise Berg. Shane Austin Conley. Caleb Miles Dietrich. Jordan Elizabeth Estridge. Wade Kenneth Finney. Jarrett S. Frank. Jaron R. Hambleton. Jordan Lee Hawks. Robert Scott Hebert. Brian Hyun. Kayla Diane Lee. Melanie Ann Lucero.
Aaliyah Denise Mario.
Natalia Lee McAvoy. Lauren Jane Peterson. William T. Pham. Skylar Lou Pivick. November Preby. Noah Marie Rayner. Jeremy Dara Randall. Neil Clayton Reich. Zachariah Malik Saleh. Isabella Mei Hung Chun Spielman. Christian M. Talbert. Julia Gretchen Thomas. Jacob Russell Vollmer. Ethan G. Wollert. From Mechanical Engineering, Dr. Anthony Petrella, Department Head. Liam Daniel Adler Pollack. Kimberlyn Tamara Aguilar Gonzalez. Alondra Baena Reza. Alexander M. Barrientos Jr. Hunter D. Bayless. Trinity Renee Bohati. Ethan A. Brown. John Wesley Butler III. Jacob Carman. Sarah Jean Carpenter. Benjamin David Casey. Kyle Patrick Conlon. John S. Correro. Rachel Elizabeth Viola Cox. Dylan Andrew Dernbach. Megan Michaeline Dixon. Charles Stephen Dupras. Brady Payant Idol. Najib Eldirani. Adriana Elms. Nicholas Mason Engelman. Austin H. Feniak. Marcus Andrew Fortunato. Gavin Jack Graff. David Duane Hansbarger III. Ethan Lars Hansen. Jacob P. Hemard. Micah James Hemness. Seamus C. Henderson. Austin Davis Hawking. Andrew Mark Jones. Benjamin Elijah Jones. Alexandra Peyton Juliuson. Sierra Alexis Kosel. Kaysen Tyler Lovelace. Matthew Freeman Manez. Andrew Mertz. Ian Alexander Meyer. Farima Molai. Levi D. Morgan. Daniel Pack. Martin Percal. Andrew Lawrence Price. Riley L. Pritchard. Aaron Lee Puffenbarger. Sean Richard Rains. Peter Alexi Reasoner. Julian Quinn Reyes. Davian R. Sandoval. Luke David Scott. Chloe Poe Sam. Jiva Senthil Nathan. Alexander Otto Shaw. Matthew John Simonson.
Thomas F. St. John, Jr.
Everest F. Stalker. John Martin Park Willman. From Geophysics, Dr. Paul Sava, Department Head. Duncan J. Byrne. Jackson Allen Howard. Madeline Victoria Pastuzik. From Applied Mathematics and Statistics, Dr. Stephen Pankovich, Department Head. Thomas Anthony Braswell. Aiden Wallaceck. Colton Haas Koenig. Seth C. Lewicki. Maya Isabella Mays Johnson. Cleo McGoy. Caleb James Walter.
Joseph Robert Wenham.
From Chemistry, Dr. Thomas Jeanette, Department Head. Lexi A. Collins. Andrew David Regensberger. Jack Lowry Sluice. Aliana Starr Hubert Combs. Daniel T. McLaughlin. Aiden Michael Marler. From Physics, Dr. Frederick Sarazin, Department Head. Isaac Thomas Gallegos. From Computer Science, Dr. Iris Bahar, Department Head. Aaron J. Aranda. Joseph D. Archibald. Hilmir Vilberg Arnarsson. Jasmine Vaidya Bajracharya. Jackson Ryan Ballard. Michael Connor Basie. Tyler S. Bray. Catherine G. Bruce. Joseph David Bunch. Matthias John. Gabrielle Francis Sublan Christensen. Nikel Angelique Christensen. Thomas Jonathan Coates. Justin James Collier. Kyle Alexander Collins. Zachary Lee Crennan. Jillian C. Culberson. Mohak Dahal. Austin Andrew Damek. Rachel Lau Davey. Stephen D. Dillard. Ava Delaney Driscoll. Asher Jude Dykstra. Chloe Zienna Emnet. Mindy Lynn Garner. Srijita Ghoshal. Janelle F. Gilliland.
Oscar Gutierrez.
Kira Squeak Hansen. Hannah Ann Harling. Addison Edward Hart. Robert Francis Hartnagel. Bryce Robert Hawken. Tessa G. Hawes. Amanda Joy Horam.
Eamon Alexander Howell.
Nathan William Howland. Wesley E. Hu. Christine H. Huang. Nicholas D. Iverson. Benjamin Gus James. Kavin Suraj Jayasenkar. Connor Alexander Johnson. Tyler Christopher Keller.
Lakin Henry Conrad Moser.
Yun Kyung Lee. Adam David Lyle. Cesar Zuriel Lopez Hernandez. Michael Alexandrovich Komlev. Emerson G. Langer. Lindsay Leiker. Bodie D. Lutz. Ian R. Marchbank. Walter Gabriel Moy. Ellie C. Mussin. Daniel Jacob Now. Tyler J. Nelson. Henrik Can Dui Nguyen. Michael Bradley Pinero. Dean A. Plummer. Devin Robert Rutledge.
Savan Sok Sam.
Catherine Marie Schultz. Svetlana Nikolaevna Sedova. Mason Keith Shandy. Ethan Avery Sims. Shay Richard Perez Smith. Merrick Michael Stein. Hunter Michael Stone. Eric Algot Swanson. Camila Toro Suarez. William G. Vangbo. Dia Vinod. Cameron N. Volrath. James Leland Watts. Nathaniel Hyde Webster. Garrett Allen Weissert. From Economics and Business, Dr. Scott Hauser, Department Head. Michael William Barker. Lexus Elizabeth Carton. Mitchell James Moorhead. Troy Uriah Nevins. Benjamin Kyoji Takata. Rowan Michael Wallace. From Engineering, Design, and Society, Dr. Dean Newsma, Department Head. Lily Eileen Aborez. Colleen K. McCulloch. Madeline Ashley Poole. Lily Rockwell. Kyle C. Sheridan. Vivan Claire Vauvan.
From Quantitative Biosciences and Engineering, Dr. Josh Ramey, Program Director.
Runim Mohammed Al-Absi. Brooke Elise Amidown. Catherine Joellen Carmozino. Quinn Ryan Collins. Kaylin Ethan David. Elsa Louise de Brunner. Amy Fernandez Lobatos. Michael Daniel Hallinan. Alisa Hernandez Haddock. Dylan J. Langdon. Haley A. Maurer. Aubrey Mary Grace McCabe. Reese Becca McDermott. Skylar Traver Rinderneck. Laura Yolanda Sebald. Bryce L. Sims. Elliot Grace St. Clair. Luke Alexander Williams.
Okay, the next few to cross the stage are going to be the graduating seniors that each academic program chose to represent their particular degree program as their outstanding graduating senior. So it's the last chance for each program to give it up for their representative, for those that have one here today. And Provost Holtz does something with a grade, some sort of GPA adjustment to whoever's loudest, something like that? Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Just so you know, the first one to cross the stage is actually a dual degree recipient. So both an outstanding graduating senior from the program and a dual degree recipient. So here we go.
Elijah Brubaker Price. Jasa Valia Wright. Amber Michelle Coriel. Kaylee Mia Shefcheek. Tyler Yoshiro Bird. Kiana M. Raffaeli. Tyler Braden Wright. Amit Sela.
All right, how about a big round of applause for everybody who just crossed the stage today? Yeah? All right, we're going to wrap this up soon, but we got to hand out some swag to a couple people who have been selected to have the most customized and amazing mortarboard or clever customization of their Mine Senior hat. So I don't have any idea how these are chosen. I think that's got something to do with some sort of a AI camera kind of thing that this in a spreadsheet and all sorts of stuff. I'm sure it has something to do with that. But anyway, will the following two graduates please stand so your swag can be delivered to you? It's going to run to you from the side over there. Melanie Lucero and Amy Labatos. Yeah. All right. Okay. Now we have to do one last piece of business, which we've got to make those degrees official. You would all like that to happen, right? You would all like that to happen, right? Okay. Otherwise, we could just like stop now and go home. I don't know, but they've yes, okay. So anyway, graduates get the choice: the long ending or the short ending. Sometimes somebody yells out the long one. I don't know why, but let's see. Okay, I got to find the short one instructions. It says here, mine students would never choose the easier of two options. But if they do choose the short ending, just make something up. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. So a few of us have to read some words to make your degrees official. And then if you've got a tassel, and some of you did a good job of finding out some way to attach them to those hats, and some of you have them on your mortar boards. We'll tell you to move your tassel from the right to left, and then you get to like celebrate and pretend like you're in the movies and throw your hats in the air or high five each other or whatever it is that you want to do. And the video crew takes a lot of video and pictures of this, so make it look like it's in the movies. When we're done with that, we're all going to sing the fight song, and I mean everyone is going to sing the fight song. If you don't know the words, it's okay. It's on the last page of the program, and they will appear on the screen, so you have no excuse. It's pretty easy. I always tell people it starts with an O. we say hell of a lot, and at the end we spell minds. So how hard can that be, right? And when we get to that final M-I-N-E-S at the end of the fight song, that's when we're gonna give our graduates one hell of a loud send-off, which means as much clapping, stomping, cowbell, horns, whatever it is you got out there. And if we make enough noise at that point, our faculty senate president, Professor Dugan, will close the De Re Metallica, which will signal the end of the ceremony. Fortunately for you, he's younger than some of the past faculty senate presidents and still has his hearing, and but he is a tough grader, what I've heard. So he's not going to be a pushover on this. I'll just say that. So when he closes the book, we're going to fire off these two blasters in the audience with the Blaster, which is made by students in the Minds Maker Society. And then loud music's gonna start playing. And at that point, the platform party is gonna sneak off this way. Chris Higgins, you're in the corner. You're in charge of getting them out of here as fast as we can. While everybody else holds still, because I need not to lose any of them, because I need them for one more ceremony later today. So anyway, I think that's how that is all going to work. And after the platform party escapes, please join us outside on the plaza. We've got cupcakes, cookies. You can take photos with Blaster out there. I hear he's dressed up special for this occasion for you. You'll also find some props out there so that you won't ever forget that you graduated in 2024. Obviously the year of our 150th anniversary. So we'll see you all out there. Now we're gonna need I think I'm gonna need a little help up here. So let's see. I think for the Blaster part, Maddie Addis, can you come up and help me? Maddie? And Maddie's got to be like, if there were an award for the most positive person in the universe, Maddie would win it. Yeah. And even though her mom didn't let her wear her Western hat today for graduation, it's okay. But you think you can help us with the Blaster?
Definitely.
I thought maybe we'd get a partner for you because we got to shoot two. And so I thought maybe somebody with some military experience potentially to help with that. So Trinity Bahati. Trinity, why don't you come on up and help us? Trinity, of course, you've seen on the screen before as she's going to be commissioned and heading off to the U.S. Space Force. And of course, was a member of our national runner-up women's rugby team whose trophy is sitting over here. So you two are going to be responsible for that. Trinity will probably tell you, don't point this at anybody.
Try my best.
So, and we're gonna not shoot with the hat. I know, everybody always goes, oh, but then they really want it when Blaster comes flying out of the gun. He volunteered for this. So when we get there, there's a safety, flip up, and then there's a trigger right.
Okay.
Okay, so you two are responsible for that part. All right. Let's see. I think I'm going to need a little bit of help with the fight song. So I thought I would ask Jordy, can you come on back up? Because you've got to know it as well as anybody. And feel free to invite up any of your band friends or anybody else that you want to come on up and help you with this. And I thought, let's see, somebody else who should know this song really well because they didn't lose a match during the regular season at all and sang it all the time. So Reese McDermott. Reese, why don't you come on up and help us too? Reese, of course, was a member of our regional champion women's soccer team whose trophy is up here on the stage, and they sing the song every time they win, which is a lot. So, and Reese, you may call out anybody you want to come up and help you with this too. So Feel free to. If you got somebody you want to, do you want to call them out?
Oh yeah, Kaylin, Quinn, Hilly.
All right. Come on up and help us out. And anybody, I don't know, Blue Key or any other thing, anybody who wants to be like part of a picture, if you want to be in front of the stage there to help us sing too, that would be great. You'll go down in history in Mine's photos, I'll guarantee you that. Okay, let's see, now I need the official, I think we might get some help with the fight song from somebody else who promised me they might show up just in time for this. So, and I think he's here. All right, Blaster, thanks for getting here. Blaster's a lot of shape, I think. I don't know. All right. Ooh, Blaster gets his own entry special effects. All right. Okay. I think we got all the people we need, except for the people who are going to do the actual conferring of degrees. So, Rick, I'm going to need you to help out a little bit up here. Yes. And Jesus, I'm going to need you up here as well. Let me see how this looks. Denise, we could use you too. Why don't you be right here? I think you've got to hold this for us. Okay, let's go over this one more time. We three will confer degrees. You're going to move your tassels, toss your hats, do movie-like celebration for our Marcom team who's going to film and take pictures of that. Everybody gets to make noise at that point. That's the first noise level. Save a little bit for the second noise part. When we get through that, Blaster and everybody up here on the stage is going to, Jordy and Reese and her friends and men's soccer team that's up here is going to help us start the fight song. Everybody's going to participate in that, and you're going to see the words on the screen, so no excuses. At the end of the fight song, a lot of noise. Dr. Dugan, you get to decide when the ceremony's done, then music will play, and we'll sneak out. Dr. Higgins, you'll be in charge of that, okay? Everybody know their parts? Okay, make some noise out there just to warm up for a second. Okay? All right, and before we launch into this epic close of the ceremony, let's thank everyone who's worked behind the scenes to make this event as wonderful as possible today. So thank you to Lisa and her team, our Blue Key Honor Society, ROTC, and Minds Music Program, and all of our staff volunteers. And I think with that, we're ready, except for we need to have our graduates stand up. All right. Okay, Rick?
President Johnson, with the approval of the faculty, I recommend that the Bachelor of Science degree be conferred upon these candidates. The candidates who are unable to be present today will be awarded their degrees in absentia. Their names appear in the program.
Thank you, Provost Holtz. Chairman Salazar, I present to the Board of Trustees these amazing candidates. Each has been recommended by the faculty, and I confer with our world-class faculty, and it is my honor to present these candidates to you and the board for your acceptance.
President Johnson, by action of the Board of Trustees of the Colorado School of Mines, taken on December 6th, 2024, I direct you to award these candidates the degrees which they have earned.
Whoops. Blaster's got to be sitting upright for this last part. This is the coolest part of being president of Colorado School Minds, is to get to say these words. Upon recommendation of the faculty and by the authority of the Board of Trustees, I confer upon each of you the degree of Bachelor of Science in the designated curriculum with all the rights, privileges, responsibilities pertaining thereto. I congratulate you on this outstanding accomplishment. Graduates, you can now move your tassel from the right to the left. If you haven't done already so, if you haven't done so yet, congratulations. Make a movie scene. That was pretty good. Now we go into this part where we're going to sing the fight song and make even more noise than that. And oh, Kenny's going to join us too. Awesome. Blaster, you want to get us going with the big O? Everybody ready?